Welcome back to the channel, Health Fam. Today, we're tackling a topic that hits close to home for many: brain cancer. It's a complex disease, often shrouded in fear and misinformation. But knowledge is power, right? That's why we're breaking down 10 crucial facts about brain cancer that everyone should know. We'll cover everything from the basics to the latest advancements in treatment. So whether you're personally affected by brain cancer or just want to be informed, stick around. Let's dive in. Starting off at number 10, let's define what we're dealing with. Brain cancer is a complex and serious condition that affects the brain's normal functioning. Brain cancer occurs when abnormal cells in the brain decide to throw a party, a wild, out-of-control growth party that forms tumours. These tumours can disrupt the delicate balance of the brain's intricate network. Now, these tumours can be benign, meaning they're non-cancerous and tend to stay put. Benign tumours are generally less aggressive and don't spread to other parts of the brain or body. But hold on, don't breathe a sigh of relief just yet. Even though benign tumours are not cancerous, they can still cause significant issues. Even benign tumours can be a big deal because they can still press on vital brain tissue, causing a whole host of problems. This pressure can lead to symptoms like headaches, seizures, and cognitive difficulties. Then, there are the malignant tumours, the cancerous ones. These are the more dangerous type, as they grow rapidly and can invade nearby brain tissue. These bad boys are more aggressive, growing and potentially spreading to other parts of the brain or even the spinal cord. Malignant tumours can disrupt essential brain functions and are often more challenging to treat. So, yeah, brain tumours, benign or malignant, are definitely something you don't want to mess with. Early detection and treatment are crucial for managing the impact of these tumours on a person's health and quality of life. At number 9, early detection is like that friend who always warns you about spinach in your teeth before a big presentation. It can save you from a lot of trouble down the line. Just imagine the relief of knowing you've caught something early enough to make a real difference. It's not just about avoiding embarrassment. It's about taking control of your health and your future. The same goes for brain cancer. The earlier it's caught, the better the chances of successful treatment. Early detection can mean the difference between a simple procedure and a more complex invasive treatment. It can also significantly improve your quality of life during and after treatment. Now, I know what you're thinking. Dr. Mike, how am I supposed to know if something's wrong with my brain? It's not like we have a built-in alarm system that goes off when something's amiss. But there are signs and symptoms that can act as your personal warning system. Well, pay attention to your body, folks. Persistent headaches that just won't quit, unexplained nausea or vomiting, and other unusual symptoms are your body's way of telling you something might be wrong. Don't ignore these signals. Vision changes that make you feel like you're watching a 3D movie without the glasses. These are not just minor inconveniences. They can be significant indicators that something is off. These are all red flags that warrant a trip to the doctor. It's better to get checked out and find out it's nothing than to ignore the symptoms and face more serious consequences later. Remember, it's always better to err on the side of caution. Your health is your most valuable asset, and taking proactive steps can make all the difference. So listen to your body, consult your doctor, and don't hesitate to seek medical advice when something feels off. Early detection truly is key. Number 8. Here's the thing about brain cancer. It's not a one-size-fits-all kind of deal. Symptoms can vary greatly depending on the tumour's location, size, and how fast it's growing. Think of your brain like a complex machine with different departments. A tumour in the frontal lobe, the boss's office, might mess with your personality or decision-making skills. Meanwhile, a tumour near the cerebellum, the coordination centre, could throw off your balance and coordination, making you feel like you've had one too many drinks. The bottom line is this: if you're experiencing any unusual or persistent neurological symptoms, don't brush them off. Get yourself checked out by a medical professional. Sliding into number 7. Okay, let's talk about radiation. It's a topic that often brings up a lot of questions and concerns. We're not talking about the kind you get from your microwave or cell phone. Those are perfectly safe, I promise. These devices emit non-ionizing radiation. which doesn't have enough energy to damage your DNA or cells. We're talking about high doses of ionizing radiation, like the kind used in radiation therapy for other cancers, or on a more extreme note, exposure to an atomic bomb. Ionizing radiation has enough energy to remove tightly bound electrons from atoms, creating ions. This process can damage the DNA inside cells, potentially leading to cancer. Now, exposure to this type of radiation can increase your risk of developing brain tumors. But don't panic. It's important to understand that the risk is generally associated with high doses over a prolonged period. The good news is that most people's everyday exposure to radiation is minimal and doesn't pose a significant risk. Everyday sources of radiation, like airport security scanners and household appliances, emit very low levels of radiation that are considered safe. So go ahead and heat up those leftovers without worrying about your brain cells staging a mutiny. It's all about understanding the difference between high-dose and low-dose radiation and knowing that our everyday exposure is well within safe limits. Number 6, genes, those tiny blueprints that make us who we are, can sometimes be a bit of a wild card. While most brain cancers don't have a clear genetic cause, some types are linked to hereditary conditions like neurofibromatosis or Li-Fraumeni syndrome. These conditions can increase your risk of developing certain types of brain tumors. If you have a family history of brain cancer or any of these genetic conditions, it's a good idea to talk to your doctor about genetic counseling. They can help you understand your individual risk factors and recommend any necessary screening or preventive measures. Halfway through at number 5, brain cancer doesn't discriminate when it comes to age. It can affect anyone, from newborns to the elderly. However, it's most often diagnosed in children under 15 and adults over 65. The type of brain tumors that typically develop can vary depending on age. For example, medulloblastomas are more common in children, while glioblastomas are more prevalent in older adults. Regardless of your age, it's essential to be aware of the potential risk factors and symptoms of brain cancer. Remember, early detection is key. At number 4, primary versus secondary tumors. Let's break down the difference between primary and secondary brain tumors. Think of primary brain tumors as homegrown. They originate in the brain itself. Secondary brain tumors, on the other hand, are like unwelcome visitors. They spread to the brain from other parts of the body, like the lungs, breasts, or skin. These metastatic brain tumors are more common than primary brain tumors and often indicate that the original cancer has progressed to an advanced stage. Treatment for secondary brain tumors typically focuses on both the brain tumor itself and the primary cancer. Coming in at number 3, let's talk numbers. Brain and central nervous system cancers are relatively rare compared to other types of cancer, accounting for about 1.4% of all new cancer cases in the United States. However, they're the most common solid tumors in children, which is especially concerning. While brain cancer might not be as prevalent as other cancers, it's still a serious disease that affects thousands of people each year. That's why raising awareness and supporting research for new treatments is so crucial. At number 2, the good news is that we've made significant strides in treating brain cancer. Depending on the type, location, and stage of the tumor, treatment options may include surgery, radiation therapy, chemotherapy, targeted drug therapies, or a combination of these approaches. We're also seeing promising results with newer treatments like immunotherapy, which harnesses the power of the body's own immune system to fight cancer cells. These advancements in treatment are giving patients more hope and extending lives. Finally, at number 1, let's address the elephant in the room, the fear and stigma surrounding a brain cancer diagnosis. While it's true that brain cancer is a serious disease, it's not always a death sentence. Many people diagnosed with brain tumors, whether benign or malignant, go on to live full and meaningful lives. With early detection, advanced treatment options, and a strong support system, a brain cancer diagnosis doesn't have to define you. Remember, there's always hope, and you're not alone in this journey. There you have it. 10 crucial facts about brain cancer that everyone should know. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more informative health content. Got questions or personal stories about brain cancer? Drop them in the comments below. Let's keep the conversation going. Remember, knowledge is power, and the more we know about brain cancer, the better equipped we are to support those affected by this disease. Until next time, stay informed and stay healthy.